All right. We are so back.
And in style.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
Oh yeah, in style.
We're back.
Well, it's live on the internet forever.
Josh on.
So.
Bring back Jelly Bean.
Guys, happy 2025.
Woo!
Woo, woo, woo. Hope everyone had an absolutely fantastic holiday break. Hopefully you got to take a little bit of a break. We definitely enjoyed our little break, but we are very excited to be back here to continue our story in Zholmyr. We definitely left off kind of with a bang last time, so I don't know about the players, but I know I am very eager to see what comes next and keep this story moving along. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and get started. Come in and pull up a seat at our table, and let's talk a little bit about what we saw last time, huh? And for this recap, I am switching from our happy music, and I am moving over to some recap music.
Oh no.
I'm scaled.
Take us back.
Because there's some
Yeah,
shit that went down.
The real world is scary enough. Take us back to happy.
Well, that's too damn bad!
I'm tired of this, Grandpa!
Alright,
Emotional damage.
there she is.
Dude.
So,
Feel it. Feel it.
So over this episode.
at our last session, the party was continuing their crawl through the Citadel on the Mount, the alleged home of the seat of the Celestials. They had just stumbled across a mysterious altar where a magnificent and intricate stone motif was carved directly into the wall, depicting two large heavenly figures towering over the three ancient steward races, the Celestials, the Fae, and the Nereids. At the foot of the altar was a shattered greatsword, which the party was able to mend together thanks to Davina's heat metal spell. And as the group examined the altar, they realized it was in fact a door leading somewhere deeper into the rock. After some trial and error, they discovered that Valterra's crux-powered magic activated the altar, awakening the stone and revealing a passageway up into a great hall, where a monstrous, desiccated winged corpse lay on the floor of the hall. Davina could sense through the golden feather in her pocket that the energy in the room was the most electric that she has felt since coming into possession of the feather. As they explored at the end of the hall, they found a massive framed threshold around which was carved old celestial runes. And as Davina approached the threshold with the feather, a doorway opened, revealing a titanic, corrupted celestial spirit, which immediately attacked the party. They fiercely fought it off, with some members coming within, I would say, inches of their life.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Valterra took the opportunity to traverse the threshold and enter a chamber of pure quintessence energy. Something in the chamber empowered Vol, who manifested in physical form an avatar of something bigger than himself. Through Vol, Valterra saw visions of the world and felt its energy as if it were the nerves in his very body. He was given a cryptic warning from this presence, telling him to stop the other cuts before the wounds become too great to heal. As Violet attempted to enter the same chamber, a dark hunger overtook her and directed her to attack Vol in his awakened state, but Violet was able to fend off her ravenous call and steady her mind with a little help from Valterra's Crux Blast. This strange and ancient presence, acting through Vol, bestowed upon the party the boon of the Celestials and bid them to use their power to stop the assault on the other seats before it is too late. And so, with that, we return once more to the chamber where we last left our party after having just received their boon. I will now hand it back to our party members.
Is Vol still out, or has he disappeared?
He has disappeared at this point.
Can I look around and see if there's anything in this chamber that would have caused everything that just happened? Like any power source or any, I don't know, anything.
So, this is something that you noticed when you first entered the room as well. It's almost like the entire room is coated in this sort of just like it's almost like a soft cover of quintessence energy that just emanates from the very walls itself. Almost like somehow as this chamber was built, it was built to contain this kind of energy and create a pool, so to speak. So it's not necessarily coming from any one source. It's all around you in this room. But you do also notice that there is another entryway right over here to the northeast.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over that way and see what's through there.
And then I'm in the room with Vel, right? Or was I dragged out?
Yeah, drag
No, you
out.
were
I'm
pushed
going
out.
Crazy.
I was pushed out. I was pushed out.
Vel
Okay.
Terra is
pushed you 10 feet backwards.
You pushed me. Okay, right. Okay.
I think I'm in there with him though.
Elaine, are you?
no.
in
You
a-
are. Everyone is conscious.
Fine. Okay. I'm okay.
Everyone is conscious. Jasper, you are currently standing over Violet, kind of glowering over her after she was passed out of the room.
Yeah.
Valterra is currently the only one still within the chamber. So Valterra, you're coming over to check out this area? Alright, and we can see it. You can see it on roll 20? Okay. So then I will go ahead and do this. So as you push open a stone doorway, you see,
Ooh.
tucked here within the rock, an even smaller chamber. This one is similar, and yet at the same time different from the chamber that you just came from. There is still a permeating energy, but whereas that other chamber was built almost as a collecting pool, this chamber seems to be built with more of an intention, more of a purpose. You see there is a circular, I hate to keep using this word, but altar in the middle of this room. There's a small curved pedestal on the altar, and a few torches around the room that are emanating this kind of golden ethereal light sit on the walls.
Vol, you still with me, bud?
I've never left.
Should we go in there and see what this is?
I would like to.
Alright, I'll step into that room and go move to investigate the little thing in the middle.
Okay. So you enter into the room. Nothing changes. You still feel that same static, that same buzz that's kind of all around you. You get closer to the circular table, the altar in the middle of the room, and you look, and it does seem like this table is meant to hold something, and there's that small pedestal that's in the center. But that's really all that you've got in here. There's a few kind of runes and etchings along the sides, but you can't quite make out what they are.
Does it look like the thing in the middle is meant to hold the gemstone from before? Does it look about the same size and shape?
You want to take out the gemstone in your bag and look at it?
Here's the thing, I don't think it's in my bag. I think it's in the vessel.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
It sure is.
So I can't technically access, unless Vol can expel it from the vessel for me. That's up to you. But I can't physically go back into it myself.
I see.
Or I could just try and see if I can tell from memory if it's about the same size. I'm gonna let you decide how I determine all that.
From your memory, yes, it seems to be about the same size.
Okay. Hey, Vol?
Yes.
You can't move anything out of your vessel, can you? Can you expel it?
Well, I've never tried. You've never asked me to.
I'm trying to see if I can, actually. Hang on just a sec. I think I can kick people out later. Oh god, I have so many features and traits. I'm trying to find it. I'm sorry.
You're so complicated, Eric.
Where is this thing? Actions. Is it in actions? Oh, bottled respite. Here we go. Yeah, no, I can't. So I'll see if Vol can push anything out of the vessel for me or not.
Okay. So there's silence for a second as Vol considers what you have asked, and he said, "Well, you've never asked me to do this before, but I wonder if since we're here in this place, if maybe it's possible. I can try. I can use all of my thoughts to push this out. If you do the same, what do you say?"
Give it a shot.
It's just
All
a
right.
die.
Precious
that
baby.
case- Eric, what I'm going to have you do is give me, let's say, an Arcana check.
Okay. 11.
Okay.
You so smart.
You hold out your hand, Valterra, and you close your eyes. In this moment, in this chamber, you let yourself settle into a deep focus. And what you envision is that gemstone in the vessel sitting in your hand. As you're focusing on this vision, you feel what I would almost call the echo of thoughts reverberating in the back of your head as Vol is basically attempting to do the exact same thing. It's almost like trying to catch a ball that's bouncing in chaotic ways. But you center your focus and you start to feel that chaotic bouncing slows. And your thoughts begin to align. And then you open your eyes, realizing that they haven't even been closed. And in your mind's eye, where you had pictured the gemstone in your hand, it now sits there physically. You can feel the weight of it in your wrist. And Vol says, "There we go. I knew we could do it."
Well done, bud. So now that I'm looking at it, this is what it goes to.
It seems that the spherical carving of the gemstone does match pretty well with the pedestal itself.
All right. Before I do anything else, I'm gonna keep it.
During a quick save,
I'm gonna walk out to everybody else.
you're gonna hold it and walk out to everybody else?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it with me, and I'm gonna walk out to everybody else. I don't know what this is gonna do yet, so I should probably, go check into everyone. So if there's anything time, I'll pass it over to them for a minute.
All right, group outside. What's happening?
I'm just staring at Vi with my hand on my gun.
Snap at Jasper
My-
and just say, "Cool it."
My eyes are
Three
shut.
shoulders.
Me cool it, Davina?
My-
Me cool
My
it.
eyes are shut.
Yes, you cool it. She
Me
doesn't have the feathers. She's learned her lesson. Let's just all calm down.
Clearly-
We've been
clearly she's
through.
learned her lesson.
We don't
I'm gonna take,
need
like, a
this
really-
right now.
I'm gonna take a really big deep breath. I'm gonna look up at you, Jasper, and you're gonna see like my eyes are like bright violet, but I have mascara dripping down my face. And I'm just going to look at you and be like, I am okay. I am fine. Now. And you're going to see like a slight tremble to my hands. You've never seen me show any sort of vulnerability. I am okay. And I'm going to look to you, Dev, and like kind of look for a hand from you to stand up.
I'll help you out, but I'm also going to give you the look like, stay in line until we're off this mountain.
Do I know what Violet's kind of going through? From like our time together, do I kind of pick up on like what's happening?
I'm sorry. I should have also pointed out the only other person that was in that chamber before she exited was Elaine. Elaine, you were in that chamber as well. I said Valterra was the only one. You were in there as well. And I believe you have since exited. Just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, I think I was like in the doorway or something. Yeah.
But there was no effect on you.
Nope.
Can you remind me exactly what I saw happen?
From where you were before?
Yeah.
All you saw was Violet cross into the threshold of this chamber. An ear-piercing scream came from inside the chamber, of the voice and sound of which you did not recognize. Seconds later, Violet was blasted out of the chamber.
So it all happened in a matter of like 10 seconds.
In a very short amount of time, yes.
Okay.
I didn't see that it was Vel that blasted her out. Like, can
I would imagine based on our time together, at the very least, you could probably have figured that out.
Yeah.
There's only one in there.
Yeah, I think that knowing like what I can do and what. Yeah, exactly. I think that's a deduction you could make, and I think we even said that at the time. Was like you didn't know what happened, but you were like, okay, if I blasted her out, then there was a reason for it.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn to
Yes,
Dusty
that's
like,
true.
you can stop giving me that look now.
I'm going to look to Dev, and I'm just going to say, you deal with her. And I'm going to start walking towards Vel.
So as that kind of wraps up, I'll kind of walk out to you guys. So I have the gemstone now in my hand, and I'll pocket the... Actually, no, I have the vessel that's around my neck, so I'll put that back around my neck. You guys think we can all... trying to... Go ahead.
Remind me, the gemstone is from the first battle angel we fought, or from like the urn?
I just found it. I just thought it was neat.
It was in the armory. It was in the armory down on the very first level of the Citadel when you guys first arrived.
That's right. Because I was trying to remember, because you also put the battle angel ash in there when we fought them in the city, right?
I brought it with me and then immediately took it out because Vol did not like it.
Okay.
So I immediately took it back out after that.
Okay. Thank you.
But Elaine, you would know what was happening to me, Elaine, because you would go on different missions. Send us off.
DM, can you confirm this area up here, is that also like walled off, or is that opening to like another like chamber that we can't see?
No, I apologize. That was just as you guys entered, you hadn't gotten there yet. But if you had done exploring and you were over here, you would have seen.
I'm gonna go over and kind of like take Violet's shoulder, and I'm gonna like nod to Davina and say, "We will go take a look at this area." Yeah,
Elaine, good idea. Because hold me back from Vel. Hold me.
Okay,
He hit me.
We can.
He blasted me.
We can. Please stop. I'm gonna like turn her shoulders and push her and walk her away. Just to give her space to cool off.
As they come out and she's obviously upset. You think we could all stop trying to kill each other for 5 minutes here?
Why are Eddie and Vel the voice of reason here? What is going on?
I can explain all that later, but for now, there's something that I don't know. I didn't want to investigate it myself, so I figured at least grab Davina and Jasper if you guys are taking a breath.
Yeah, that's fine. Elaine, take Sal. Do what you need to do to cool her down.
We'll go
Thanks,
for a
Dad.
walk.
As this is all happening, Kiva comes over. Kiva's here, guys. Kiva's here. She looks, what's the word I'm trying to think of? As Elaine takes Violet sort of under her wing and starts to move her away, through kind of piercing eyes, Kiva watches, and then she turns her cat-like eyes to you, Valterra, and says, "What did you see?"
We'll get to
What did
that.
your elven eyes see?
But for now, there's still more we need to figure out. If you'd come with me.
She follows right behind you.
So I will show them. I'll bring them back to the little antechamber.
Okay. As she comes into the chamber, Kiva has not yet entered the chamber. She crosses the threshold and immediately pauses, and you could see her breath start to pick up a little bit. And her eyes kind of go wide, and she looks around and she looks at you, Valterra, and she's like, "It's here, isn't it?"
What?
The soul of the world.
Is that what showed me everything?
Don't you? I'll ask again, Valterra, what did you see?
Alright. So, during that whole ordeal, there were visions given to me. Some Paul Vedden, I believe? Vidalkin? Vedden is
What happened?
Zholmyr.
What? Sorry, what are you saying?
Vidalkin, the tall blue person.
Yes, you saw Vidalkin, yes.
Yes.
Eric is clearly reading Stormlight because Vedden is a different thing.
Vedden is a Stormlight thing. I'm also, just quick tangent, in my other D&D game that I'm playing, I have a sword called Oath Keeper.
Oh,
And
no.
the number of times I have confused the names of all of that. There's too much high fantasy in my life at the moment.
You can never do much high fantasy.
I was like,
Anyway.
that's not a bad thing.
I saw a Vidalkin being who seemed to be the cause of these rifts, these wounds to the world, to maybe it was the soul of the world that you're talking about. And I was also shown the other seats of the celestial, of the Stuart races. I was shown each of them in turn. And there was a plea from whatever this being was that showed me all this to essentially stop the damage before it got too bad.
She remains stunned, and she looks at you and she says, "You were chosen as her champion."
I give Jasper side eyes. I'm like,
Not the time.
I don't know what that means.
When I first met you, Valterra Stoneblood, I asked you what you thought was the role of Crux, what you thought Quintessence did to our world. Now is the time to see that vision through. You have been chosen to protect and safeguard that which gives life to our entire planet.
Okay, Dalinar.
That feels like a really tall order.
You wish to learn more about the quintessence. Yes, you wish to understand where it comes from, what its purpose is.
Yes.
This is your chance, Valterra.
I'm not trying to run from it. I don't know what that looks like.
No, of course. I apologize. I get ahead of myself. I never imagined this is what I would find here. My order. We can help you. We can help you understand. This is what we have set off to understand ourselves. The leader of our order, the Cardinal, she resides in Tilo Osari. She can help you understand more of this burden and of what has been asked of you, of us, of all of us.
Then I think that's someplace we have to go.
I've been saying.
Yes.
You're right, Jasper, of course. That's a lot to take in, but do you know what any of this is here that we're standing in? Or what it's for?
It's for you, chosen one. I say that like sarcastically on it. I do say that out loud.
I thought it was just Michael saying that.
No, I say that to Vel.
I can only guess, imagine. This is more than we have ever discovered for ourselves. Everything that we know, we've only known through what has been passed down to us. This was a seat of power. That much we know. But it was also a place of connection. It seems this was a place of reverence. I could spend an eternity here trying to unlock its secrets.
Perhaps one day you'll have that time, but unfortunately we don't right now. The reason I brought you all in here was because I found perhaps where this goes. I'll hold up the gemstone. I don't know what it's gonna do, but it seems like this was where it sat or was supposed to sit.
That's your call if you want to risk putting it in there. I've had enough excitement for one day, but that's me.
Kiva?
It pains me to say, but at this point, your judgment of this phenomenon is keener than my own.
Anything else I can tell about it? Like, can I deduce what this contraption might be for, or is it so ancient it's completely alien to me?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
So smart.
Why can't I play smart characters?
Curse.
Ooh, 19 on the die. So 19.
All right.
Nice.
Plus 0.
So, when you first picked up the gemstone down in the armory, you immediately felt almost like when two magnets snap together, a pull of attraction, right? It was that same energy, that energy that draws you out into the wilds. When you were doing your rift walking, it's that same sort of connection that you have yearned for. You felt it when you picked up that gemstone, and that was why you were so drawn to it immediately, and you've held on to it. As you look at this pedestal, and you look at the altar that it sits on, thinking back to what you've observed, thinking back to what Kiva is mentioning about this room, this area, it seems as though this pedestal and this altar are a place for alignment, equilibrium amongst the quintessence. It's a place where power stored in the gemstone meets sanctuary of the seat.
So I'll have the gemstone out. Perhaps the seat's been empty for a bit too long, and I will place it back on the pedestal.
Okay. You take two hands holding the large orb, and you place it gently on the pedestal. When you do, there's this moment of sort of like, and a soft but powerful pulse emanates from. Really?
Sir.
And in that pulse, there's a new sensation that this is the first time you are feeling it, Velterra, but you are immediately able to make sense of what it is based on, again, everything that you've heard and felt in the past 24 hours. Where Kiva had talked about dissonance, chaos, noise, where this presence had spoke through Vol talking about disease and rot. This is a moment of harmony. There is a moment of energies being drawn into a focal point. And even though you can still feel that dissonance underneath the surface, there is a quelling. There is a moment of peace as that gemstone rests in the pedestal. At the same time, a soft light begins to fill the room as well. It wafts. It creates a sort of a hazy mist before it starts to fade into the air. And you do see, it is not on the map, but you do see tucked back here a large stone chest.
Ooh.
Violet's not here to steal things.
No, I'm
Violet's
not.
here to steal things.
I'll walk
But
over to
Devin-
it, and is it like a locked chest, or is it just like a...
Gotta move the stone slab off.
Can I open it?
You gonna try to open it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you are able to open it. The slab moves. It's heavy, but it's not impossible. It just requires a little bit of effort. You slide the slab off the top of this stone chest. Inside, you find a vast collection of all sorts of different gemstones. Diamonds, rubies, opals.
Davina's eyes just light up.
Oh, yeah.
There's a horde of them. There is an old looking glass bottle with a shining red liquid inside. An elixir of health. And then, perhaps most curious of all, sticking out from the pile of gemstones is a large figurine. It's golden, maybe bronze in color, of a griffin seated on its haunches, wings unfurled, head held high. And there's magic emanating from it.
I'll collect the various gemstones and the bottle. And then I want to just take a minute to look at that figurine a little bit closer, see if there's anything I can tell about it from what seems to be emanating from it, but really just giving it.
Sensing that, can I come up to you, Val, and just say, I think I might be able to help and do ritual detect magic on it and to see what school of magic?
Sure. Yeah, as you come over, I'll kind of step aside and hand you the statue.
Okay. As you focus your power on the spell to identify, again, you've run into this before where this is such an ancient magic. It's tough. It doesn't quite fall into the specific schools of magic that you were taught to identify. Instead, the vibe that you get from it, because you are still good at what you do, and this spell is still able to inform you, it has a power of summoning to it.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, I share. This is just more ancient magic, like the feather. But it can summon something, or it's summoning, some kind of summoning power. That's all I can get from it. Nothing new. This is not new magic.
Dumb head sees flying thing. Summon flying thing?
Maybe we'll find out later, but for now, I'll just tuck it away.
Okay. So are you collecting everything, Velterra?
Yeah, I'll put it out in my inventory.
Okay, so yeah, mark the griffin statue, mark elixir of health, and mark 2,000 gold pieces worth of gemstones.
Davina sees Val like collect all these gemstones, like, but wait.
Is elixir of health like an existing thing, or is this something that you created?
Oh yeah, here, hold on one sec. My bad. I'll put it in the chat. You might be able to find it too.
Yep, I see it.
It's in inventory.
Yes, okay, I got it. And then, yeah, I'll add the other two are custom items, right?
For now, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'll look at Davina. If we have need of those later, you know where to find them.
Oh, she's trying to play it cool. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Best to keep this from Sal for now.
Yeah, for my benefit. Yeah. Duh.
We should go and talk with the rest of the group though before we make any decisions.
Yeah, we definitely should. There, God help me. I know Stella. She's already got her nose in something else.
Do you know what's going on with her?
No, but give me a little time because she's been a little off lately. From what I can tell, from what I know of her, she's been off. So if I notice, it's really bad. So let me talk to her. Let me try to see what's going on because she's not on her game right now, and I really need her to be. This is some deep shit.
Well, I owe an apology either way, so.
No, you don't.
I was gonna say, honestly, whatever you did, probably for the best. She'll get over it, and I'll help her see that.
She better.
Well, either way.
So
I'll start heading back out towards Elaine and Sal.
I'll follow. I'll join.
Well,
What are the ladies up to?
investigating the room, would we have had a moment to, like, investigate over here? Investigate under the guise of, like, I'm getting Sal away from there to cool off.
Yes. There is a chest over here, but as soon as you get close to it, you notice it has already been thrown open and it is empty.
Yeah. These doorways, are these like little doorways into different rooms?
They are.
Are they unlocked? Can I kick one open?
Which one are you trying to get in?
The one that's on the top.
Yeah, you can pretty easily kick the door down. As you get in, you find. Did it work? Why isn't it working?
I don't know.
What the hell? See, roll 20 man.
Really?
Let's try this instead. There we go. You see remnants of an old camp. It looks like they've been here for a very long time. They are very shredded and tattered at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of like push the door, like, mostly closed.
Okay.
And before I turn to Violet, I'm like, okay, what happened in there?
Oh, Elaine. I'm gonna grab my head. I'm gonna sit down on one of like the tattered blankets.
I'll sit on the bed across from her.
It was so unexpected, Elaine.
Yeah, it seemed like something came out of nowhere.
Well, on the way here, I was hearing those voices.
Yes.
It's not new for me. We've talked about it before.
We have.
But when I stepped into that room, and I just I'm at a loss for words. And I'm gonna just whisper, I almost lost control.
Ooh. Are you hungry now? Like.
And I know I'm always safe with you when we go on jobs together.
Mm-hmm.
I know I can't hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only happened a handful of times that you've seen where I guess the hunger, I'm not gonna say the hunger wins. I mean, I become super extra powerful with my hunger. My enemies die before my eyes. But in this instance, Elena almost hurt a friend. It wanted me to hurt Vol.
Oh, not Vel?
No, Vol.
Why?
I don't know. It's different from every other time because typically it's just a little bit of life energy, a little psychic energy here and there. But in this instance, it was a hunger for crux, Elaine. That's at least what I assume because it was targeting Vol.
Okay.
I've always had this under control. You know, it's a part of me. It's an amazing part of what I'm able to do, of who I am. And I don't want that to be who I turn into.
I don't either. So what can we do? Could you take some... It's not a good option, but you could feed off of me for right now. Take a little bit. I've got plenty. But I know you don't want the rest of the group finding out, so...
And Elaine, I also don't want to hurt you.
But we have seconds to make a decision. I can hear the door opening.
Okay, I'm gonna grab your hand and drain.
Nom 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 nom.
Elaine.
Nom, nom, nom.
Okay. In this case, where you have a willing victim, I will say you don't need to roll for this.
Okay.
If you need to roll to stop?
Oh my god. Don't give him any ideas.
You're asking this now? Okay. So, Violet, I need you to roll 2d4 for me.
Elaine died.
That's 7.
So, Elaine, you're going to take 7 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then, Violet, you can gain those hit points back.
Okay.
And then you also have a +3 to the next ability check or attack roll that you make.
Right. I feel so much better.
I'm glad. I will lay on hands myself to get myself back to full hit points and cover up the damage.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
And then before anyone else comes, I'm gonna be like, Elaine,
Well, it's...
I think that I think it's stronger than it used to be. I think it's getting stronger. This hunger.
I know.
But it's gonna be okay.
We'll figure something out. For now,
We'll figure it out.
let me know if you need something. We'll find a way to get away to feed you.
I'm not going to be a liability for this group.
And I don't want to be a liability for you. It's difficult to keep secrets. I don't like feeling like I am lying to Davina.
I think it's time for me to come clean, Elaine, with Dev.
It's your decision.
So you don't have to. But I trust you, and I can promise you. I know promises are a really big deal right now. A lot of promises are going around. But I can promise you that I'm going to come clean with Dev. I'll fill her in, and I will try to make sure this doesn't happen again.
I believe you. Just don't worry about doing it right now.
Okay. Stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Offer my hand.
Yeah, I take it. I'll pat her a little on the back as we walk out.
And if you want to punch Vel in the face, just a little tap to Vel's face, I think that'd be great.
No, I like him, and I don't want to. No, I don't like that. Do you
Okay,
want
fine.
to? Because, like, that's not great.
No, there's been enough today that's happened. I'll save it for another time.
Oh, that's good. No. Cool. Yeah, we'll walk out. I'll take a look at this other door, but I'll like wave to the rest of the group. Nothing in here but old cots and dead fire.
You're coming in this other room on the left?
Yeah, I'll try to get that door open.
Okay. That door pushes open as well. It's kind of a similar situation. The room has largely been cut off by some sort of a rock fall, landslide, something. There's a lot of broken rock that have come in. There is also a chest that is here that has been completely looted.
Man,
You get
Elaine, we're not getting anything good.
Well, I think the circle must have ransacked the whole place.
Well, I imagine they're probably experiencing the same. They're not finding anything either.
Yeah, suppose not. But let's go catch up.
Okay.
And I'll make my way back to the altar thing.
All right. At this point, the two groups have now completely converged, and you are a full party once more.
All right.
As we walk back up to them, I'll reach my hand out to Sal. I have to apologize. There was a lot going on at the moment. Vol had a very visceral reaction to you coming into that chamber, and I didn't have time to explain or to get over there to usher you out in a more appropriate manner. And so I used what I had available to me. I'm sorry.
Accepted. On one term, that I get to Crux Blast you at some point in the future.
Violet.
Tell you what, as soon as you figure out how, you just let me know.
Fine.
Give me some of this up, Violet.
Deal.
Oh my god.
Accepted. I'll take your hand. Accepted.
Now, I think we have to talk about what we do next.
Yeah, is get off this mountain like numero uno? Like did we all get what we came for? Can we go?
Would you rather discuss this at camp tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with Dev. Let's get out of this place. And I'm gonna just like stroll just to the edge of the door. And do I feel anything?
Not at this point. No.
Okay, I'm not going in. Fine, but
I Eldritch Blast her.
not going in again.
And then we shut the door.
Kiva, as you all start to make your moves, Kiva's feet remain planted on the ground, and she stares at the threshold into the chamber. And she says kind of softly before turning to the rest of you and realizing that she's amongst company, she says, "They'll be back for this place. You said they'll be back. The circle was coming back."
Yeah, that's such a good point.
Damn it,
Well, what
we
could
have
they
to stay on this
possibly be
for
coming-
longer.
What would they possibly be coming back for? Every single treasure chest that we found was empty.
I'll tell you what, if they knew that there was some celestial with more feathers alive in that room, they're coming back for that.
Mm.
Well, it's not alive and it doesn't have feathers anymore, so...
Well,
They're
they don't know
also-
that.
Whatever's happening, the point is to disrupt the quintessence, this soul of the world. And we just finally got it back into balance, at least here at this seat. We can't allow them to come in and disrupt it again. We have to give the wounds time to heal, and they are coming to create more.
I'm sorry. Did I miss something? Val, what wounds?
Yes,
What are you talking about?
I will give you the same rundown of the visions and everything that I saw that I gave to the rest of the
Okay.
group as well. To bring you up to speed.
Oh.
While he's reiterating that, so the Vidalcan in the circle group that Niall described to us, would I have any inkling or an idea of who he was if he was predominant in Verkova?
So I believe you've already found out who that was. That's Novar Balvisa.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So
Okay,
that-
so if I describe him to Val, does he look like the same in the vision that Val had?
If you choose to recount what he looks like, yes, Val, that is exactly what you saw in your vision.
I'm sorry,
It's-
wait, you know this person?
Mostly through name and reputation.
Well, what is his name and reputation?
That's an excellent question. Wait.
So, well, I believe I remember what we've talked about, Davina. His name is Novar Balvisa. He is a gold cloak, a member of the Order of Xanthos. He is.
Oh, that's right. He
Yeah.
is what's his name's teacher.
He's a member of the Meridian Council, which is essentially the governing body of the Order of Xanthos.
Okay. So he's got his fingers in a lot of pies. This is not good. He's pretty influential. Damn it, this is not what I had hoped.
Still
Well.
think that a ragtag group of 5 people can stop the circle?
I think you could
He's
be
just a hot shot.
You'd
I'm
be
a hot
surprised
shot.
what
You're the one who thinks you can stop a
No,
organization.
not you. I'm saying, yeah, I'm saying this Vidalcan guy, Novar, he's just a big hot shot.
Sounds like he's
It
more
may
than
be,
a
it
big
may be
hot
more
shot.
than that.
If the soul of the world is scared of him, I think there's a little bit more than bravado.
All of that is to be discussed, but how do we prevent them from coming and causing further disruptions here?
I know it's not going to sound great, but a cave-in?
I was thinking something like that as well, but I'm sure that won't turn them away. They get all the way to the top of the mountain and they're going to stop just because there's some...
Eva pipes up at this point, and she says, "Stop them, no.
Delay?
Delay, yes. I wonder exactly who they will send. If Novar has already been here, he will not waste his time to return. Others might not know the full extent of what hides here in the Citadel. I too don't have many ideas of what can be done, but it might be our best option for now.
To wait here?
No, to limit their access to these most vital parts.
Alright. I'm going to usher everybody towards the exit. And then I'll go back to the entrance to the chamber.
Like right here? Oops. Like right here?
Yeah. And I will somewhat reverently kind of lay my hand on the archway that leads into it, and I'm going to cast Shatter centered on essentially the supports of that archway.
Keystone.
Okay. As you do this, Velterra, you've cast Shatter before. It's a fairly simple spell. It's one that most magic users can use if they put in a little bit of time and energy to study.
Some use it too much.
Some use it.
And in their
Is
own
that- I was like, I wonder if that's a dig.
You recall one of your colleagues when you were studying Riftwalking, Sora. She was a little bit of a klutz, and she could never quite master the spell. No.
She used
When
it
you
most
cast it-
opportune times.
When you cast it this time, it does feel a little bit different. Your magic is slightly different here in this space. You cast Shatter, and it's almost like you are issuing a call to the stone, and the stone answers. Immediately upon casting the spell, 10,000 individual cracks instantly appear across the stone. If you've ever seen someone take a hammer and nail to a huge pane of glass and they tap it and the cracks instantly scatter, it is a few milliseconds for this entire giant stone wall to be aglow with thousands of small little purple cracks before a soft rumbling starts. A few pebbles start to fall off of the wall. Some dust starts to billow out into the air. The rumbling grows louder and louder and louder as the stone starts to come down in waves. You, seeing this, instinctively start to jump back, and you run back to where the others are standing near the exit as the rumbling grows to the loudest that it's been. And after about a minute passes, the rumbling dies down. All that's left is the sound of some smaller rocks bouncing as they drop down. And as the dust settles and clears out of the air, this beautiful adorned doorway threshold has now been reduced to a giant pile of rubble that reaches all the way out to the stone altar in the hall.
What a shame. Good work.
It's what needed to be done. Now, let's get out of here.
Preach, man, preach.
Let's go. Sal was gonna jog out. Come on, Dev, keep up. Let's go.
No, Dev is a horse going back to the stable. She is first one out that door.
All right, so you guys make your way back through. You exit where you came in, out through the altar door that still remains open, down through the war hall where you saw the table and the map of the seats, out through the giant spire where the rope still hangs that you guys used to get down. I'll say you either shimmy or you fly up, however you did it before, and come back down on the outside, and you see Niall perched up on the ground, his backpack acting as a pillow, snoring loudly on the ground.
Oh, wait.
Breeze is still there.
Let's scare
right?
him. Let's scare him. Let's scare
Go.
the shit out of his head.
My little doggy's still there, right?
Did you bring it up here?
Yeah, it had to stay
Yeah, he
back.
stayed with Niall.
It stayed with
He's
Niall.
there.
Oh, okay. Then I'm going to retcon that and say that's the pillow.
Okay.
They're both fast asleep.
Sal, yes.
Oh.
Stop. Scare the shit out of him, please.
Okay. I'm gonna
Breeze
sneak.
bites you. It's not my fault.
I'm gonna sneak around. And I'm going to go over Niall's face. And I'm just gonna go.
He's fast asleep. And he's going to go,
Just start knocking him.
Yes. He hears the growling. He starts to growl back in his sleep, and he's like, yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna kick him. Wake up!
Guys, we're all clear out here. I did not see a single disturbance. And then he kind of like looks around and he's like, it's actually, it's quieter, yeah, it seems good out here. How are you guys doing?
Been better?
Great, Niall. Great. Do I look good?
Oh, I mean,
Do I look good?
yeah, you're like an easy 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I feel that way right now too. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm not mad at you anymore. You're good.
What'd you see? What happened?
We'll fill you in on the way down. I can't stand to stay on this mountain any longer. We gotta go.
Yeah, no, I mean, oh man, let's we can head back down to where we camped right before we came up. We can probably still use that perch. And now that the weather seems to be a lot more agreeable, it'll probably be a little bit more of a comfortable rest too, I would imagine.
Oh, will it? A little bit more comfortable now? It'll be nicer?
I don't know now. You looked really comfortable.
Well, listen,
Hey, Brees is
we've all been through a lot. I just had it's important to stay rested. I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to preach to me about beauty sleep. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, okay. Well, we can head down there now. He just kind of like lays his head and he's like, oh, I fucked that up, and he's just gonna turn and start gathering up the gear and walk down.
I'm just gonna give him a little Niall.
You scratch what?
Brees behind his ears.
What is his name again?
Brees.
Brees?
Breece.
Okay, Brees.
I'm gonna give Niall a little I'm proud of you, but I'm gonna like under my breath. So he barely hears it.
He doesn't hear it, he doesn't pay attention.
Man is oblivious.
So as you guys, you follow behind, you kind of gather your stuff and start walking, and you do notice the wind is not howling quite as loud as it did before. The snow is not billowing in your face as it was before, but you do still notice there are those beautiful flecks of blue that float through the air, almost like glitter in a snow globe. And they don't just drift down, they dance up, sideways, all through the air around you as you make your way down to we'll call it sort of the base camp for the peak here. And after a little bit of walking, you make your way down to the terrace, or the sort of ledge that you had camped previously. And Niall goes about as your guide, starting to lay out the materials, set up the tents, that sort of thing.
Stop him. I say, no. Hold on, please. Because I've been working on my magic a little bit. And I think I have something that's going to make us very comfortable for tonight. I'm going to weave my little metal arm, little red hue magic, and I'm going to ritual cast Tiny Hut.
Yeah.
Not sitting in the cold tonight. Temporary mobile dome keeps everything
what does it look like?
So it's transparent from the inside, but you can't see. It looks invisible from. Let me look at it. 9 creatures of medium size or smaller can fit inside. Objects within the dome, when you cast a spell, can move through it freely. Other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. Other magical effects can't extend through the dome. The atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry regardless of the weather outside. Boom.
Oh, and when the snow falls on it outside, it's gonna look like we're in a little dome.
Yes.
Like cute little snowdrift.
Oh.
The dome's
Amazing.
opaque. The dome is opaque from outside, any color you choose, but it's transparent from the inside. So it's like a full windowed wall.
Wow. That is beautiful.
Yeah.
This is
That's awesome.
stunning.
Dev was spending all of her free time climbing up this mountain working on that magic.
And there's 7 of you. So, and actually 8 with the Drake. So yeah, you'd all fit. Wow.
This is heavenly.
Niall
After
throws
a day
his
like
shit
today.
down and runs inside.
You just woke up. Also, Niall, what were you dreaming about? Do you
What was
remember?
I dreaming about? I was dreaming about, getting sweet vengeance on those bastards who killed my mom.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I was gonna go and pat him on the shoulder and be like,
he's gonna kind of like, Anyways,
All right, let's all unwind after a day like today.
Eva gathers her bag and she looks at the hut and she says, "Before we settle for the evening, Violet, do you mind walking with me for a second?"
I've been waiting for you to ask.
So she'll start to head in a different direction as the group starts to get settled. She walks for a little bit. She does what she does before, where she doesn't really look behind her. She just assumes you're following, and she doesn't really look. She kind of just walks. And she gets a little bit of ways out of earshot of the hut for sure.
Does Violet go?
And she turns. I think you said she does, right?
Yeah.
I'll follow.
You're just gonna follow?
I'm gonna stealth behind, give them a lot of distance, but I'm gonna follow.
Okay.
And Violet's
Yes.
gonna be super awkward and trying to make conversation with Kiva.
Wait. Let me just sip this tea.
You want
Violet's gonna be like,
Give me a stealth roll.
Oh, Jasper.
Violet, what's your passive perception?
Oh, let's see. 16.
Let me get my stealth. Yeah, that's pretty good. 19 on the dice. Plus 5.
Oh,
24.
okay. Kiva and Violet begin to walk. Jasper quietly sneaks behind them. Kiva continues to walk with her back turned to Violet, and therefore you as well, Jasper. And then she stops. She's basically been ignoring you, Violet, as you've been trying to make small talk with her. And she stops,
I
and she doesn't...
was just saying. You fight good.
How long, child?
Have I looked this good? My whole life. That's
How
not what you were
long?
referring to, was it?
How long have you bore the curse of Struck?
My eyes go wide. How do you know? How do you know?
I sensed something in you the moment I met you, but I couldn't quite place it. It's fairly weak comparatively to other cases I've seen. But after piecing together what happened in the seat, I know what I saw. I know what I heard. How long child.
Well, there's no use in denying it. For about 5 years, give or take.
5 years.
5 years.
Infected by the Dark One, and you've sought nothing to treat this ailment.
No. Why would I? Why would I?
Do you know what Strock's curse does to a person?
I know what it's done for me.
What has it done for you, child?
It's enabled me to access places I've never been able to access before. It's enabled me to get information from people that I've had trouble dealing with before. It's enabled me to get done what needs to get done for Dev. Some may say it's a curse, but for me, it's been extremely helpful.
Bite your tongue, child. This helps no one except the Dark God himself. The curse of Strock is a rot. It is a poison. It shows you things. It offers you hope and salvation, but it is a farce. You drink in these indulgences while you slowly wither away from the inside. The pieces of you falling like the rocks inside that seat until you are nothing but a pile of rubble. An empty space.
Wow.
A vessel for the Dark One himself to take as his own. He has
How long does that
planted...
take?
To be honest, not long. It is surprising you have lasted this long. Still but a seed inside of you.
Do you
And
think
because you have not fallen as far into the darkness as others, there may still be hope for you, child, but not until you drastically shift your mindset. This is not a tool. This is not salvation. This is your unmaking. Come to Tirovasari. We can help you.
How many others have you seen with the curse, Kiva?
Myself, personally. I've lost count. We find them in various stages of the infection. Some we can save, those too far gone, for the good of themselves and the world. We cut out the rot before it spreads.
Cut it out.
Eric's doing Full House over there. I'm sorry.
Well, Kiva, I appreciate the concern. I also really just appreciate that you know that there's finally someone who knows this curse exists, and it's the curse of Strzok, and I don't know, I've just been dealing with this by myself for so many years. So it's nice to have your help. It's nice to have your help. It is.
You were right to not let this information spread too far. The curse is a dangerous thing. Many fear it, but don't understand that it can be reversed. I do come to you now, child, to help you. I do not blame you. I do not know how this came to be, but I still come with a grave warning. Do not yield another inch to its power. It will take a mile and you will be lost in the end. Do they know?
Give it. Elaine knows. Dev has a sense. But as you said, I haven't told many people because I don't want to be ostracized. I don't want this part of me to be viewed as you view it, as something so evil, or that I'm in need of redemption from it. I don't view it that way. I'm not saying that I'm not going to go with you and get your help, but I'm just offering a different perspective that redemption can come in many forms, and in a way, this power itself redeemed me. This ability saved me.
Oh, my poor child. I pray you do not continue to fall for his tricks. The Dark One provides many a false salvation. Do not let his shadows cloud your vision. You are with good people. You are doing good things. Stay that course. That is your salvation. That is your redemption. You have found yourselves in a matter bigger than any of you could have ever known. As I said, I've only just met all of you. I can't speak to how you share with one another or the trust that you placed in one another. I can't speak to how you inform your friends and team members, but all I can ask of you, heed my warning. We are trained in my order to not immediately see those with the darkness in them as a threat. But only if they choose to rid themselves of it.
Okay. How,
I've said,
Kiva, how do I keep this contained? How do I not get, I guess, further consumed by Strzok?
you can start by understanding the risks. It is concerning to hear the way you speak of it. You speak of this power. Don't use it as you would to pursue your own ambitions. Spend that energy to fight against it. Be on your guard. Recognize when the urge comes. Find that strength within yourself to push back, like you did in that chamber. It is possible. But only if you steel your mind, your heart, and your soul against it. If you can do that for yourself, then we, my people, my order, can do the rest.
I can do this. I can do this.
And if you need a little bit of help or motivation, your friend Elaine offers a buffer.
I knew that. But what do you mean?
I watched her fighting the dragon and the drakes. She seems to have some ability to pacify the darkness in others. That ability is still in its infancy, but it may be enough for now to keep you further contained.
Kiva, do you know if anyone cursed like me who hasn't been consumed?
Without the help of others to rid themselves of the shadow? No.
Who's been able to live with it? No one.
Not one. The darkness will come for everyone in the end, if you do not rid yourself of it once and for all. I've said my piece. And with that, she just turns to leave. She just starts walking back.
Okay. Thanks for the pep talk.
No response. Jasper, you see they've been standing there. Kiva now immediately turns and starts walking right back in your direction.
Oh, I've been like, I would have just like hidden somewhere where I can listen.
Oh, okay. Like in a snowdrift or something?
Yeah, just like sitting there listening.
Okay.
And when they end up walking back, I'll just find some like winter herbs or something, and then bring that back as like a guise of why I was out.
Sounds good. All right, you are all at this point now back in your cozy little hut.
Alright, are we gonna have this conversation now?
Do we need a debrief from the day? Val, there are some things you wanted to discuss.
Yeah. So I kind of gave you guys a little bit of the lowdown, but these visions, these places that were shown, I mean, I think we can all probably agree these are the other seats of the stewards.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do we do? I think the next one is supposedly somewhere around Tilo Asari, which it seems like we've got a multitude of reasons to go there at the moment. So I feel like perhaps that's where we should start heading.
If we got to Tilo Asari if we went by ship and not overland, would we pass where the seat in the water is, or I can't remember where it was.
Seat in the water is the opposite direction.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
not.
It's further, way further south.
Southwest.
Okay.
I also don't know that necessarily going by ship would be faster. It's it'd be a long around the horn type of trip.
Yeah.
The other thing is, Jasper, I know you've got concerns of your own. perhaps...
Are we... I was gonna just jump in that. Are we even sure that the seat is in Chilosari? Kiva, weren't you confused about why the seat was there and not where you thought it was?
Yes, we've always, from what we've heard from our traditions, the seat of the Fae is located deep in the Great Taiga. We believe that is where it is fiercely guarded by the Wood Elves.
Could I determine from the vision what part of the world I was looking at? Relatively.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty easy for you as someone who knows nature fairly well. So the Great Taiga is a vast boreal forest. What you saw in your vision was a jungle.
Okay. More like Chilosari.
Chilosari is smack dab in a jungle, yes, a rainforest, giant rainforest.
Right in the smack of the depth.
Right in the smack of the depth.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that myth may have gotten around. Perhaps it's the Wood Elves trying to either protect something else or inflate their importance, but I think what I was shown was very clearly in and around Chilosari.
Well, I trust the soul of the world more than I trust old storytellers.
Well, yes, I think we'll have to see what comes of these visions. So?
We need to beat the circle to the next seat of power. And so, to me, it's whichever one is closest. If it's Chilosari and we can get there fast, then I say we head there next and we cut the circle off. We know some members of the circle are coming back here, but this time around, we need to beat them.
I slam on the ground, and I'm like, guys, we are 5 people. Yeah? Are we?
Yeah,
We're taking down an entire organized criminal network as 5 people. Yeah, that's
okay.
That's your grand plan.
Well, what else do we have right now? Do you have an army? Do you want to go get one?
Chilosari has an army. Yes.
Okay, well, that's where we're going.
That's where we're going.
Yeah, no, I think that's what I think that's what we're saying is we have many a reason.
Yeah, to Vel's point, that's another reason to go to Chilosari.
Well, the closest one would actually be in the ocean, because we're at the ocean.
It's way further south.
So is Chilosari.
It's a check.
Like,
they're both very far. They're both very far from you.
Either way, they're very far. However, again, we have more of a reason to get to Chilosari than anywhere else. Also, I wouldn't even begin to know how we venture to this underwater one. I think accessing that one is going to be a bigger problem that we will, in fact, need additional help with. I could stay underwater for like a minute tops, if I had to guess.
I don't need to breathe, so,
you know.
Girl, you're gonna get rusty.
Yeah, you're gonna rust.
Yeah.
It's not ideal, but...
But yeah, Jasper, I hear you loud and clear. We are just 6, when you include Kiva if she wants to be included. There's just 6 of us.
Nile pipes up.
Oh, 7, Niall. 7 with you, Niall. Of course, Niall. I'm so sorry. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep.
The question I have now, though, is I think if we were to venture over the continent to get to Chilosari, I think we would likely pass, at the very least, near where your family is supposedly being kept, Jasper. The Circle is who we're fighting, and the Circle is who probably has them, is my understanding, right?
Yep.
Do we venture off the path a bit in an attempt to rescue them, but perhaps tipping our hand, delaying us? Or do we feel that, one, obviously rescuing your family is a priority, and could we perhaps set the circle back as well while we're there? If we could disrupt their, I don't know, I wouldn't even begin to know what to call that, their headquarters. If we can disrupt their operations, perhaps it would delay them from seeking out the other seats.
I mean, at the very least, get information that we can actually deliver to Tilo Asari other than, here's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was going to say, between you and Kiva, you have to have people in Tilosari that can kind of head them off and,
Sure, but
at the very least, distract them or misdirect them.
Head them off where? Head them, like, we don't know what they're doing other than going to the seats.
They're looking for treasure in a jungle. It's very easy to get lost.
Sure.
You just give them a guide like Nile someone that you know, and just have them trudge off in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
But to your point, Jasper, do you want to know more of their plans and machinations? Like, I mean, that would mean going back to, one of my favorite places for Kova. We know that's where they're headquartered.
We're not going to their headquarters.
I would venture not. I would posit do not go back to Verkova.
I agree.
They're supposedly keeping family members of unwilling participants somewhere in the windswept wilds.
And if they have my family, if they have the family of anybody that's working for them, if they have anyone under their thumb, then it's possible they're there. And if they have anyone under their thumb, they're going to be on the lookout for us at this point.
So I think perhaps on our way to Tilo Asari, it might benefit us to seek out wherever their little enclave is in the windswept wilds, remove that leverage that they have over others, rescue your family, Jasper, and perhaps bring all of them with us to Tilo Asari. It will delay us, yes, but I think it will ultimately delay the circle more.
And you're willing to risk not getting to Tilosari before them?
Well, I mean, theoretically, they're already in Tilosari if they have my family.
Well, Kiva, is there a way for you to get them a message?
There is. I can try. Members of my order that are in the city. What is it you wish for me to tell them besides my report on what I found here at the seat?
Would you feel comfortable telling them where the real seat of power is and asking them to protect it?
Absolutely.
I have to imagine no local from Tilosari, no matter what race or whoever, is going to agree with whatever the turtle's doing down there.
Well, let's not forget they did take Jasper's family.
They're already operating in Tilosari.
Yeah.
They will have a lot of allies just through.
I might keep certain information for ourselves.
I don't want to even my name, which does carry a lot of weight. I don't feel comfortable. I don't know who to trust in Tilosari right now. I don't know who to deliver the message to. There's one person that I do trust, but how do I? It's going to be very hard for some random no offense, Kiva, some random person that we have a very tenuous agreement with to get an audience, a private audience with.
I fully trust in my cardinal. She is she's unlike much else in Tilosari.
Well, if we don't trust the cardinal, at the very least, I would trust the Lagisa.
Yeah.
Well, I think the Cardinal, we have evidence that the Circle is looking for the Cardinal because of her opposition to them.
Yeah, but we still don't know if she's a plant or a spy for them. I would trust the Lagisa because of their...
No, we found letters, right? That was like the Cardinal... Right? Didn't we find letters and things that...
We found a letter from the Cardinal
to
the
Captain Harrison.
Right, so we found out the Captain was working with the Cardinal, correct?
Correct.
I mean, that's good enough reason for me.
The Circle killed the Captain.
Right.
So.
I think that's a good enough reason for me to... If both Kiva and the Captain trust this person, it's at least somebody we can reach out to, have them keep an eye out for anybody out of place, and disrupt whatever activities they may be engaged in until we can get there. And if we can remove any leverage that the Circle has over others like Jasper, it would only further benefit our cause.
And then we may be able to rally them as well. Yeah, I agree with all that.
It's not like we were going to get to the city, tomorrow. This is going to be a week's journey, and I don't know that a couple of days added to that is ultimately going to make a world of difference.
I suppose not.
And Kiva, if you can get that message to the Cardinal, then that gives me peace of mind that we can at least delay the Circle into the Asari to at least some extent.
Yes, of course. I will see what I can do on the morrow.
Do you know, does the Cardinal know the Chancellor?
The Chancellor? Which Chancellor?
The High Chancellor.
Of Tilo Asari?
Yes.
She has a relationship, yes.
Personal relationship?
They share many a common goal, yes.
When you send the message to the Cardinal, I don't want anyone who hears the message to know, but if the Cardinal can get this message to the Chancellor, they should trust whatever the Cardinal will say. If the Cardinal tells the Chancellor, Bumblebee's flying back to the Hive, it'll go a long way.
Of course. I can convey this. I must say to all of you, it has been a daunting and perilous place in my mind since I left the jungle, and meeting you all is giving me a sense of hope. While the stakes are higher than they've ever been, there are people out there that are willing to help. That is all I say.
Don't get soft on a snail cube.
No, never. Not soft.
Are you
I
happy?
grow in our power.
So you're happy you found us?
I am grateful that the hand of fate put us together. Yes.
I mean, you got to meet the guy who has the soul of the world's ear.
I must say that was a highlight for me.
So woo-woo.
Yeah, no, that was highlight for me too. Yeah.
Yeah, how's it feel to be the chosen one now, bro?
I don't know.
Wow, you have like a lightning scar on your forehead now. Where did that come from?
Jesus Christ, we don't talk about her.
It would be nice if the soul of the world could be a bit more communicative, but I'll take what I can get at the moment. All right, I gotta get to bed.
Okay, we got a plan.
Good night.
All right, Jasper,
Which
we're gonna
means
rescue
her-
your family.
Yep.
All right. What could go wrong? Nothing. It's gonna be fine.
Say it like that.
It's gonna be fine.
Hmm.
No surprises. I mean, maybe just a few more.
Aside, why don't we just quit while we're ahead?
Okay, Deb, good night.
All right. Anything else that anyone wants to do before the evening ends? Beautiful. All right. Well, you all lay your weary heads down in this warm little hut. You all drift off to sleep after a busy day, and you all complete a long's rest.
Yay!
Thank you, Dungeon Daddy.
You're welcome, kid. Oh, all right. So.
Is that what I thought it was?
That's exactly what you thought it was.
Exactly what you thought it was.
Oh no!
I don't know what that says about me, but Jesus.
It was so loud.
Who put that on our soundbar?
Obviously, Eric.
Gracious.
I'm gonna choke on my water.
Oh my god, yeah, that's not all you're gonna choke on, Theo.
No.
Boo. Troy, get out of here! Save yourself! Oh my god. Alright.
Run!
So,
Oh my god.
Yo, wake up! The next day.
Grab a bunch of
Oh my god. And here's the deal. Since you have been able to achieve this at the seat, there seems to be some calming of the issues that have been plaguing this area before. I'm going to basically go ahead and kind of fast travel the trek down the mountain. I'm going to say you don't run into the disturbances that you ran into before. There's not those like corrupted creatures that are kind of running around anymore. And Niall is a competent enough guide that you're able to kind of get through areas without running into some sort of like, you know, like an owlbear or something crazy that's going to try to eat you. So unless there's anything else that anyone wants to be doing as you're going down the mountain, I will go ahead and pretty much like montage this here.
That's
So-
right. I mean, Davina's a snack, so.
Okay. So, y'all make your way down the mountain. Mountains, really. As you go down, the snow turns into snow-covered trees or shrubs, and then you cross the tree line, and you make your way down. The snow turns to kind of more just alpine forest, and before you know it, you're back around the crags and the ledges that lead to the city of Scarport that's kind of nestled in the river valley down at the bottom. As you come down, you see that there is plumes of smoke rising out of Scarport as you start to approach.
I'm assuming not the.
Oh, well,
not the
that's
plumes of
not
industry.
That wasn't happening last time we.
Jesus
No, it was not.
What has Garland gotten herself into?
I'm so over everything.
Yeah.
The DM sits back and admires his work.
What have you done?
His work.
Oh. Well, let's go figure out what this shit is.
Do we really have to?
Yep.
Do we have to?
We have to.
Why?
We have to.
Why?
We need
Our
supplies.
friends from the
We
mountains.
need to figure out. Yeah.
Okay, look, this is gonna be.
We're not fixing every problem we stumble across, guys.
No,
We don't need to fix. No, but we need
we're
to.
gonna find out what happened. We're gonna get our shit and we're gonna go.
We don't even have to find out what happened. We get our shit and we go.
Information is power.
That's
I need
fine.
to know.
That's fine. But we do nothing. We
Jasper,
waste time here.
To be fair, this place has been the closest thing to a home I've had for the last few years.
Right.
I'd at least like to make sure that it's not going to be wiped out in our absence.
Yeah, okay. I forgot about that.
I'm not saying we have to fix the problem, but if it's something they can handle on their own, then we can at least.
All right. For you. Not for them, for you.
Thanks, buddy. I also want to, and this doesn't have to be a long drawn out thing, but I want to try and use whatever connections I have left in the city to ask around about anything. Probably if I know any other like rift walkers or things like that. Anybody who's been out in the windswept wilds recently who may have noticed anything about like where the circle might be holed up out there. Because I don't think we got an exact location right from what's his face.
Yeah, it was pretty specific, like the bend of one of the rivers.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Oh, well, never mind. We know. I'm not gonna ask anybody anything. I'm
It was. I'm trying to look at my map. It was just east of the loop of the Titanic River.
Yeah.
Directly east of Serona.
Got it. Okay, so we have a pretty good idea then. Never mind.
A little bit more east of the Moose Pass.
I'm gonna try and keep a low profile.
Wait, before we split up, where did we say we were meeting? Where are we going?
Are we splitting up?
Are we? I don't know.
We're not. No, we're not. No, we are not splitting up.
That.
Don't
We are not.
That
was like, no.
No,
I'm
actually,
not.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on us before we hit the city.
Okay.
I'm
gonna try to get while we're all doing this. One of my goals is to see if I have a response for my letters.
Okay. But you guys are not splitting up, is what you're saying? You're going all together?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let me walk through a little bit based on what you guys have mentioned. So as you walk into the city, I know that you said the first thing you're trying to do is figure out what's happening. You look around. There are scenes of contained destruction in different parts of the city. There's still smoke rising out of some smoldering ruins of buildings. There are people milling about. There are people sifting through rubble. There are men and women shouting orders as people are cleaning up certain areas. You do see some carcasses spread out that people are starting to like chop up and leave. A lot of them there's a couple giants. There's a couple other sort of like forest, like alpine monsters that are kind of strewn in different parts of the city. Right now in this moment, there does not seem to be an immediate sense of urgency. They seem to be in some sort of mode of recovery in the city. If you guys are making your way,
a few days.
To remind you all, based on your trek up and then back down, it's been about a week and a half.
Okay.
Since you left.
I would also like to find out if Garland is still alive in all of this.
Okay. So let's say first you make your way to the postal station. So you go in, the building is still standing. There is the postal worker that was in there when you dropped off letters. It's the same man. He's a young half-elf. And he kind of stands in there and he just kind of like looks bored even while these scenes are unfolding outside. He's just like, "Can I help you?"
Yes. Yes, you can help me. Did I get my letters? Do
Who are you
you not
again?
know what's going on around out here?
I do the mail.
Okay, so do the mail and get me
Can-
my letters.
This can
Okay, so what's your name?
Oh, it is Davina Celine Sinclair, bitch.
Davina Selena Sinclair. Okay, got it.
So clearly,
he
this
goes-
half-elf is just a sassy gay man.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I forgot Duchess in the front. Excuse me. Oh my god.
Okay, Duchess Davina Selena Sinclair. Fine. All right. And he just goes into the back. And I'll do what I do for others, and I will just send this to you, and it is your choice what you do with it.
Did he leave his
Okay.
ice?
Ooh.
Yeah, did he leave
Okay.
his iced coffee on the desk when he
Let me take it with him.
left?
It never leaves your hand. You never put that shit down. One, because the condensation creates a mess, and two, because you are always in need of a sip.
Okay. As he hands me these, I just look at him and I go, "Sweetie, if you want a real job, you come find me in Berkova. You could do so much better." And
I would love to go to Berkova. Okay.
All right. Okay, give me a minute while I read this. I'll follow along behind while I read this.
Thank you.
While we're doing
Okay.
our, as we move through the city, I want to cast Patch Without a Trace, and I want us to move through. Like, as we go to these places, obviously we have to make ourselves known, but prior to that, I want us to try and be as stealthy as we can moving through the streets.
Okay.
And if
Yeah.
we pass any potion shops, I want to stop in and get some healing potions, some healing elixirs.
Okay. So there is a potion shop. It's over on Lead Street, that street of shops that runs right parallel south along the city. So you guys can make your way over there if you want. Pass Without a Trace is cast. You guys are making your way stealthily through the city. People are already pretty preoccupied with other things, and you are not drawing any attention. I will say, as you are walking through kind of the central part of town to make your way towards Lead Street, you do hear a familiar voice hawking out orders in the distance as Captain Garland seems to be commanding folks in the street.
She apparently survived whatever happened here.
Oh.
Well, Elaine, did you have anything that you wanted to say to her?
I have questions, but they can wait.
Okay, let's avoid her for now.
Did we finish
Okay.
what she asked of us? Did we finish all of it?
Yeah, I mean, we fixed the weather.
Yeah, we sure did. And there was something with the hush tower.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's fixed.
I don't think so. But as soon as that is, I'm getting whatever it is that I want.
Hmm.
And then I'll be done.
Well, we're on Lead Street. Can I pick up an arrow or a quiver and some arrows?
Yes, absolutely. So we can go to the potion shop and let me see here. Dun, dun, dun. Potion of healing. Where's my list? So do you want... Okay, potion of healing. So a potion of healing runs 50 gold
Mm-hmm.
each. Potion of greater healing is 150 gold. And then potion of superior healing is 450 gold.
Okay. Hey, Val. Val, how much cash you got?
I've got 9 gold
9 gold.
and 5 silver.
Elaine, how about you? Oh,
I
That's not
don't
very
have
helpful.
buckets.
right. Deb, how much gold do we have?
What do you need? How much do you need?
I wanted to get the one that's 150 gold. So the
Greater healing?
one level up. Greater healing, yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming I have that. I don't think I ever managed to. Yeah, I don't have anything in my inventory as far as what I would know that I have.
Okay. I know I have 78 gold of my own, so I'll get one normal healing potion.
Wait.
Oh, I have this too, and I'm gonna like feel around my pockets, and I'm gonna take out maybe a couple of gemstones worth, all it around 200 gold pieces.
Sure.
Yeah, I forgot. I have these kicking around. Here.
Just kicking around.
Call it an apology for what happened.
He hands you a beautifully cut diamond and a very illustrious opal.
Ooh. Fancy.
Apology very much accepted. All right. I'm going to buy the greater healing potion.
All right. Let's go ahead and mark in your inventory. Greater healing potion. And then Velterra for your gemstone collection. We'll just say, Mark, that you have 1850 left in gemstone worth.
Okay.
And you're able to trade with the potion keeper.
Hey Val, I
And while we're
don't have money because I was a captive forever, and yeah, can you just give me money for the arrow and quiver?
Yeah, I'll give you
At
5
some point,
gold.
I probably should have. I have money at home, but I'll pay you back when we get to deal with
I'll give you 5 of my 9 just so you have something. I can't imagine it's gonna cost you 5, but like, take that with you for now and like whatever you need.
Okay.
and while we're shopping, go ahead.
Which is the ammunition price amount. Let's look at prices.
Prices! Shopping episode!
Should I Laura Bailey and just like try and persuasion check every single shopkeeper?
How much it costs
Let's spend
for
like
just a
30 minutes
regular
doing
arrow?
while Travis sits there unhappy, wanting to go for something.
Oh, here's the cost. Okay, ammunition. So 20 arrows, a quiver. How many do you want? How many are you saying? A quiver of 20, or you want more?
I'll take quiver and like 50.
So that'll cost you 3 gold pieces.
Not bad.
Very good.
While we're shopping, I'm going to turn to Elaine and be like, listen, Elaine, you helped me out when I really needed it back there. And so, friend to friend, we should go talk to Garland. You deserve those answers. And Elaine, I don't know if we're going to be back here anytime soon.
I don't know. I just.
You deserve answers. You are not a thing. You are not something to be owned. You are a person.
I know these.
And
things.
she has answers.
Wait, I'm sorry. Sal, you want to go talk to Garland again? In
But for
what
Elaine,
world is that a good idea?
In none of them, but it also feels like she's the only one who has any kind of information about who I was before this. And
Oh, that's why you want to go? I thought you wanted to go because of Elaine. If you need
no,
answers,
for
I'll
Elaine to get
support you.
answers. No, it's for Elaine to figure out who this tinkerer is and get some answers.
all right, I'll go. Just
Okay, you have to go into this knowing that she probably isn't going to give you anything.
I know.
Low expectations.
Yeah. They're... Yeah. Alright, so this will be awful. But I'll do it.
Before
We're right behind you.
Yeah. Before we get into that RP, can I also go to a leather worker and see how much, and like if I can offer him some of the dragon leather for him to craft me leather armor.
Sure. It's gonna take time to craft though. So how long are you guys?
Just how long would that take? Several days, probably.
Several days. For dragon leather, yeah. It's not simple hide.
Nobody got time for that.
I'll just go sell what I have.
Okay.
Which I had I had enough leather to make a leather armor set, and then I had a bunch of dragon. I had dragon scales.
Okay.
I need popcorn for this chat with Garland.
Don't let me forget it, Michael. I need to do some research to figure out what that would cost, or like what you would get for that. Yes, like in this game, you've sold it. After this, I can tell you what the exact amount will be.
Wait, question. Is that something in Davina's trad wife studies when she was a girl? Is that something that she
Trad
she was?
Oh my god, Megan.
Diabolical.
Oh my god.
I mean, come on. That's what she was. That's what she grew up as.
Such a trad wife, though. Wow.
That's what she was born and raised for. I mean, okay, in her trad wife studies, is that
mafia wife? She's
that's what she's made herself.
Oh,
is that something that she would know how to do for Jasper? Like, could she do that on her travels?
Dragon hide? No. Again, simple leather.
Oh, okay.
Sure, but like I would say, you still need to even be like a accomplished tanner to.
It's a material I've never seen before. Yeah. Okay.
Not dragon leather. No.
Okay, I had to ask.
Yeah.
Gotta put the studies to good use.
So in my dainty little sewing classes, did we make dragon leather?
I got an A.
No, as a matter of fact, you didn't. But it's worth the question.
For the soldiers who are going off to war, we didn't do that in the castle.
Oh my goodness! All right.
And then they played fantasy baseball.
So are y'all making your way to Garland at this point?
I am. Gosh, I can't remember. Can I get a refresher on what it is that she wanted from us to get the anything we want?
That was the Hush Towers fixed.
She told you no. It was stop whatever was causing the shit in her city.
Which we did.
No.
Technically, we did.
Just got attacked.
She asked us to fix the weather.
Oh my god.
Okay, in that case, like, I don't know if I want to go to her yet. I don't want to deal with her, like, when I haven't done, like, you know. I just don't want to do it.
She's like cleaning up bodies in the streets, and you're like, hey, it's not raining anymore.
I think we did it, so...
Elaine, I don't blame you one bit. If I never see that woman again in my life, it'll be too soon, so...
Oh, gosh.
Okay, I'll mention the rubble and stuff that you're seeing in the city, it's multiple days old at this point. The danger has since passed.
Okay. Okay.
So we did stop it. It's just there was a death throw, so to speak, of whatever it was.
Okay.
I think we have enough intel to say that we
also don't know what happened.
I feel
This
more
could have been
confident rolling up then.
entirely unrelated for all we know.
Yeah, wait, on our
Yeah.
walkabout, could I have asked the post office guy or something? Like, what had happened?
Oh, you know.
Yeah, did you
know Troye Sivan knows all the gossip.
did you want to ask post office guy?
Yeah, I
Let's
did.
get the team.
All right.
Get the team.
Get the team.
So we're gonna rewind. We're gonna rewind an hour and a half earlier.
Oh, let's see him.
Here's your letter, Duchess.
Thank you. That wasn't so hard, was it?
No, this job is not hard.
No. But whatever's going on outside looks rough.
Oh my god. It was a nightmare.
Oh, do tell.
The stuff that we have had to deal with for the past month, I thought it was good. I thought it was already bad. And then all of a sudden, all at once, a wave of bullshit falls down the mountain, comes riding into town. We hate bullshit. In comes this shit that, like, I stayed in my little post office. Like, I'm not dealing with that. That's not my problem.
I don't blame you. Can I ask the nature of this bullshit?
Oh my god, these fucking, like, giants and aberrations and monsters, they're coming down. They got these black eyes. They got, like, the shit coming out of their eyes. It was disgusting. I've never seen anything like it. Horrible. And and then this is what was, like, insane. We're, like, our soldiers are fighting them. We're trying to stop buildings from being destroyed and people getting killed. And then all of a sudden, it stopped. Like that. Done. And I said,
Rachel,
thank
when exactly did it
God.
stop? Like when?
I don't know, like 4 days ago?
Is that when we left the mountain?
Mm-hmm.
That's when Val put the gem back into the... I got it.
Yeah.
Balance. There we go.
Okay. Well, that tea was really real. What if I gave you something juicy and I told you that
please.
we were the ones that stopped it, but I can't tell you how or why.
Queen!
You're welcome.
Oh my god. Well, this is great because my favorite dance hall got knocked down by a giant's corpse as it fell down dead to the ground. And now we can finally rebuild it and I have a place to go on Fridays when I get off of this stupid shithole.
Okay. Look at me.
Mm.
This is your opportunity. You rebuild it, you buy it, you fix it, you own that dance hall.
Oh my god. Do you think I could do that?
Anything is possible if you just believe.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna come back and dance there one day.
You have to be here for the grand opening.
Send me an invite.
Mira's opera house is gonna look like a fucking pigsty. A mess. Mira is not gonna know what fucking hit her.
There you go.
That's how town.
Deb, you're inspiring. You're inspiring the youths.
You're welcome. I'm basic.
You're the best thing that walked through these doors in a long time.
And to think you didn't want to give me my mail.
I'm sorry. I just hate everyone that comes in for mail because it's not what I'd want to be doing.
Look, I wouldn't either. So get that dance.
You know what?
Get out of here.
You know what? I'm gonna open that dance hall. You know what I'm gonna call it?
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
The Duchess.
Oh my god, you honor me.
This is gonna be good.
Okay, well now I have to be at the opening night.
I'll be sure to send you the invite. My promoters will reach out.
All right. Well, TTFN. All right.
Incredible.
I love it.
Now to go talk to this horrid woman.
But Elaine,
All right.
we fixed it.
We're
We
doing
fixed this city.
All right, we fixed it. We did what she asked.
Mm-hmm. Deb, let's go talk to this poison cupcake.
So we'll say a couple hours pass by at that point, and you make your way back to the city. You still hear the voice of Garland echoing through the streets where she seems to be calling out commands. You guys basically get to the inner harbor where her ship and her kind of offices are, and you see that one of the large kind of, I don't even know what you would call it, not an office building, but sort of like a structure that is directly near the dock of the Mistress has been obliterated, and she's having her crew go through and continue to like sort through and find records and stuff like that and start to pull stuff out. And she's shouting at her, and she's like, "No, that doesn't go there. Why would you think that goes there? Oh my God, I can't stand this." And then she looks and she says, "Oh, just when my day couldn't get any worse."
Do you need help sorting?
No.
I'll pick up a fallen beam that people are like struggling with and just like hoist it up so they can get underneath.
Wow. If it isn't the heroes of the day. I heard something interesting from my nephew not too long ago.
Oh my!
Yes!
No! No!
Oh! Our reputation precedes us again, Garland.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
he asked her for seed money. You know he asked her for seed money.
Well, it's true.
What did you do?
We fixed your problem.
What did we do? We fixed your problem.
Ow. What happened?
Well, I don't see any bad weather.
What happened?
I believe the deal was that we fixed your problem. There was no part of the deal of explaining how.
You've been around me for too long, Elaine.
Picked up a couple of things.
For better or for worse. Well, thanks, I guess.
Wait, what was that?
Deal? Huh?
I said thanks, so I can now pick up the disgusting rubble all over my city in peace.
You're welcome.
I remember a whatever we want somewhere in that contract.
Oh, God, I need to be better with my words, but fine, what do you want? So I can get back to this.
We
I know
want
what I
passage.
want. Yeah. I want a ship.
We want a means of travel.
You want a
Kinda
ship?
A river ship. Something that
River
can go
ship?
upriver.
Oh, you want a schooner?
We're gonna.
Well,
Shit.
fine. I have a captain who's been getting on my fucking nerves anyway. I want him out of my hair. You can take him. And his stupid bucket of bolts.
Alright, that's what I get.
Okay.
What do you guys want?
Great.
No, this is... Everybody gets what they want.
No. Each of us.
Anything we want.
Each of you get whatever you want.
Oh, you think I'm a genie just over here granting wishes for everybody that rolls my little lamp, huh?
You
I
said it,
think
not
that
us.
you need to be more specific.
Oh, God. Well, what? Pray tell. What does each of you little kitties want for Christmas? There's no Christmas in Zholmyr. I don't know why I said that. Anyway.
Jesus is canonical.
I look to Elaine.
I want everything that you remember about the Tinkerer. Where we came from, how I came to you, what happened with them afterward.
Oh, yeah. Poor little guy. I remember that day like it was yesterday. Fine. I'll tell you what I know about the Tinkerer. It's not much, but it's what you'll get. We found you, Miss Elaine, way up north. On the coast of Kirfa, near the frozen wilds. Violet, you were there, I think. You were on my ship at that point.
I was.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You were there that day too. Anyways, we're sailing. I can't remember where or why. And we see smoke on the horizon. And we think, well, let's see who they are. Let's see what they got. After all, this is the land of the Apex Prelacy. Those fuckers. We'll take whatever we can get from them. As we get closer, there you are, on the coast, fighting all sorts of weird little webbed aquatic shit that had crawled out of the water. They're making a mess of that camp. Your fire's out, smoke is billowing up into the sky. You're barely hanging on. Good thing we got there to save you, huh? Violet, I think you're the one that took her in once we finished off the rest of those creatures. Isn't that right?
I did, and she knows all of this. I already told her all of this.
Oh, well. Then let me get to the good part. After Violet takes you back to the ship, I go see what else is in this camp. We go into one of the tents, and there he is, the poor fellow, on the ground. One of the creatures had got him. I don't know how he got in the tent. Maybe you dragged him there? It's hard to say. But he was bleeding out real bad. Oh, yeah. His robes, his clothes, bright red. But I knew it. Didn't I call it? I told you, prelacy. He was wearing the purple of the church. But he had all these tools on his belt, all these leather packages. This was an artificer. And I thought to myself, what in the shepherd's name is an artificer doing with the prelacy? So I asked him who he was, what he was doing there. Tells me his name is Skalwick, Patrick Skalwick. You hear that name, Elaine? Something triggers in your brain. A moment again that you have had happen before manifests itself all over again. And you are now transported to that coast, standing in that tent as if you were there yourself. Something in that moment transports you out of your body, and you are watching the scene unfold on the beach in this tent. There's a man sprawled out on the ground, very short. You think he almost looks like a child before you look at him and realize that he's actually a gnome. Bushy brown hair with a few graying hairs scattered, a big bushy beard, and he lays kind of clutching his side. And he's kind of heaving. And there's fatigue in his eyes as they seem heavy and it's harder for them to open and close. And he looks and he sees Captain Garland standing over him. And he looks at her and he says, Elaine, is she okay? Is she all right? Is she safe? And Captain Garland looks down at him and says, yeah, no, she's fine. We got her on the ship. You said her name is Elaine. That creature has a name. She is no creature. And Elaine is the name she chose for herself, which is what she is known by. She is very precious to me. She saved my soul. So, now it's only right that I die saving hers. Please. I know you. I know where you're from. She'll be safer with you outside of the Prelacy's reach. Take her. Watch over her. She is special not only to me, but to this world. Blessings to you, Lady of Scarport. Take care of my daughter. and his eyes start to droop again. And slowly they close, and the heavy breathing that was coming in fits and spurts quiets.
He breathes no more.
Awful,
Michael,
horrible
you
timing.
Moment.
That's an inside thought.
Oh my god.
And then with that, you are transported back once again. And Captain Garland is there, seated on the ground, like she's telling a tale around a campfire, and she's like, so anyways, he died, and then we brought you on the ship, and you've been with us ever since. Well, until you left with Violet and this one, but that's it. That's all I know. Are we done? Is story time over? Huh?
No. One last question.
Oh my god, you guys are terrible. What?
I want to know what my father offered you to help the circle here in Scarport.
Your father?
Don't pretend. Can I insight check her?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
A 16.
She's caught off guard by the question. And you're realizing not only is she caught off guard by the question, she's caught off guard because she's forgetting the lie she told.
Oh, if it,
Oh yeah.
know. We both know.
Well, I don't know. I didn't talk to your goddamn father, okay? You guys were in here making a lot of noise, and I didn't want to see him out of it. I didn't want to see him out of the loop.
All right, well, you promised me everything, so don't bullshit a bullshitter. What did he offer you?
He didn't. I didn't talk to your father, I'm telling you. You think I would make a deal with someone from the fucking Empire? Someone from the Federation? That ilk is not coming into my city. No, I will die before I let that shit infest my city.
Oh, I'm not saying you letting him in. I'm just saying that we're like-minded. If he's gonna offer you something that's gonna help you along in whatever you need, you're gonna take it. And I bet he offered exactly that. So what was it?
He didn't offer shit. How many times am I gonna tell you, Cupcake?
Insight check her.
Are you, Elaine? What are you doing?
Yeah, I wanted to try to insight Garland. Just again, just to see if I can get anything from her. Where did it go? Why did it run away? Oh my goodness. 17.
She's not lying. This woman is exasperated, and she wants to be fucking done with this.
So done. Okay.
She doesn't care about the bluff anymore. It doesn't matter to her anymore. She's like, no, the bluff in the moment was needed, but I don't need it anymore.
All right. Well, whatever this is comes bite you in the ass, I'm gonna have fun laughing at you.
Great. You tell your father he's not welcome in Scarport.
I don't tell my father shit. He does what he wants. So if he sets his eyes on Scarport, I'm gonna have to tell you, I'm sorry, but it's his. Just hope he never wants it.
Yeah. Well, I'll clean up that mess like every other mess I clean up in this goddamn town.
All right. I'll have fun watching you try, but have fun cleaning up this mess. And I just walk away.
As you dramatically walk away, I'm like, hey, Dad, we kind of need to stay here because we need the ship.
We need the boat. We need the boat.
I think there's some.
That was my cool guys don't look at explosions moment, and you ruined it.
You can go just go outside and wait for us there. Yeah.
Just go make a lap, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna cool off for a little bit. I can go take
Go take a lap. Go get some fresh air.
Good news, your dad's
She
not
goes-
in the circle, you know?
She goes, just, the man you're looking for is a man named Silas. He's got an ugly fucking boat, but it floats. Go find him.
An
Tell
ugly
him Bowen
boat.
sent you. Yeah, look for an ugly boat.
Ugly boat.
Should be hard for you with your taste.
Wish I got from you.
Oh, wow. Think for yourself, honey. For once.
Alright, well. It's always fun with you, Garland. Always
A blast. A blast. Ugh.
So when did this Silas guy offer you a deal?
You can offer me nothing.
No, Silas is the captain that.
Oh, is the guy? Oh, is that where? Okay, for our own boat. Got it.
He's our boat.
Great.
He's on the other side of the harbor. Go find him.
Well,
Great.
I shout back, we're gonna go find him, but not because you told us to, because we want to.
Garland, it has been a pleasure working with you again.
Yeah. Don't come back to my city.
Just can't make any promises.
Ugh.
Toodaloo. Bye. Come on, Elaine. And Garland, when the circle does come in Scarport, good luck. And if you want to reach out to us for help, you can send us a message. Just let us know.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Violet. Yeah, no, that sounds good. When the circle comes and takes over one of the last free places on this entire goddamn planet, one of your last refuges, the place where you can get away with all the shit that you want to get away with, and that's gone, and you're stuck under their thumb, which I know you just love. Yeah, you enjoy that smug look on your face. It's going to serve you real well, honey.
I'm saying you can actually reach out to us. I wasn't being sarcastic. And we'll help you just like we helped you this time around. Because we get the job done, Garland.
She rolls her eyes and just starts
We
going
always
back
get
to
the
work.
job done. All right.
what's scary is that that is actually inside of Theo, and I just hope desperately
What?
that I never
What?
see his bad side.
Oh! Character! I'm just playing the character. There's nothing else going on. Although I do, this is very fun getting to fight with Jess. Like we would never do this otherwise, so this is quite fun. But
Dude, tell me more. My therapist would love this shit.
All right, bye, Garland. Get a good night's sleep.
no answer.
Okay.
Stop by a Dunkin'.
I love that Sal is the happy to her grumpy. It's just, I love it.
Well, she is just in such a good mood, as always. Really happy that we left on better terms, though.
Sal, can you look me dead in the eye and tell me if you and Garland have ever hooked up?
What happens on the ship stays on the ship, honey.
Okay.
Why am I frozen? A moment. No. Okay, there we go. Oh,
There we go.
God. I missed too much in just a minute. Wait, what? Violet, what? Elaine was just in like a
What happened to these
resting
Daisy?
rain wandering behind as they're walking, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Lane, how did you not pick up on that, like, at all?
I don't pick up on anything.
Oh, that's right.
Like
that's
that.
right, right.
I do not have the equipment, and it's not really ever in my brain. What? Violet, what?
She was a great time.
Hellcat in the bed.
My goodness.
I'm gonna tell you, based on the way she interacts with you, she still wants you.
Oh, I know. She'll come reaching out. She'll come calling, trust me. She just has to put on an act for all of us, but she knows that we're her allies here, and she'll come calling for me.
I hope so.
It's great to see her again. She definitely needs some sleep, though. She looks real haggard.
All right. Do we need anything else, or should we find this Silas guy?
Let's find Silas.
We'll find Silas.
All right. So, per the captain's instructions, you were told to make your way around the inner harbor towards the other side. The entire harbor is just lined with docks and ships from all sorts of different cruise companies, etc. So, you make your way around the harbor. You're seeing lots of other crews kind of doing the same sort of thing that Captain Garland was doing, where they're trying to just take stock of what they have. Some of the ships even have taken some damage. And so they're trying to just repair what they can, and everyone's kind of just trying to like get back to some sense of normalcy, whatever they can do. So you come around all the way up to the northern part, and as you're making your way back down towards where the captain had directed you, as a party, you hear a voice call out from behind you. It's a high-pitched voice, female. And it calls out and it says, "It is the bronze beauty herself. And in such interesting quarters, no less. Oh, Davy!" Davina, you turn around. Seated on a crate, wearing the bright, vibrant blue of her house, with a heeled boot daintily sitting up across her leg, is the Baroness Adonia Kroll.
Oh!
Oh shit.
She looks at you and she says, "Oh, Davy, I have a message from Daddy Duke." And that's where we're gonna end for tonight.
I forgot to do something before we left Garland.
Okay.
I'll save that for next episode. Okay.
It's up to you.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, I wanted to form a mental link with Garland to have a little chat as we're walking away.
Okay, yeah, I'd say we can make that happen right now.
Okay. Adonia. I was gonna be like, Adonia's here. But as we're walking away, and be like, Garland, nice act. I know you have to put it on for everyone around, but listen, we're gonna need allies in what's coming, and Scarport is at risk. And so, just asking you to be our ally in this. And I know if anyone from the circle comes, that you will protect your city. Yes, do that. But also know that you can't stand alone against the circle, and so we are allies just in that.
Now, honey, we have fought side by side many times. I know at your heart you are a child of Scarport, and she is always going to need you. I don't like it, but you will always have a place defending this city. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
She has done a lot for you, and I expect you to show that same, lend that hand back when she needs you.
And what if, Garland, we need Scarp to show up for us in the fight ahead?
Scarport defends her own.
I am part of Scarport.
Stay in touch, Violet.
Toodles, Garland.
Okay, so now we can say that.
Okay, go. Perfect. Adonia!
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Theo, you make me so mad. In the best way. Oh my god. god.
Oh man.
I don't understand.
I think that the post boy was one of my favorite characters, so yeah.
You guys like these random fucking characters. I don't like if it makes you happy.
I want to put him
It does, it makes me really happy.
I want
Oh my
to follow
gosh.
his fantasy Instagram.
It's gonna be all thirst traps, the thoughtiest, stupidest shit you've ever seen.
Okay, wait, but for real, I do need an invite to the opening, and I need a VIP table for all of us.
Oh my god.
You know that's
Once
happening.
we save the world. Ooh! Oh my gosh, well, we'll be back next week.
We will. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we can close this out.
We're
Yes.
still streaming.
Are we still streaming, Michael?
Yep.
I think
My bad. Sorry, y'all. Well, we are definitely glad to be back. There's a lot happening, so we are excited to be back. Not in 2 weeks, but in 1 week, as we slowly kind of get back onto a regular schedule here. So we will be back playing next Sunday, the 2nd, and then we should be back to our kind of regular bi-weekly schedule, and then we'll be back after that on the 16th. So until then,
Woo! We love you.
stay tuned. Everyone, enjoy yourselves. Thanks for pulling up a seat at our table, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.